Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my October favorites video, and I have quite a few things, and I actually have one not so favorite, but I'll show you guys that at the end. I did feature it in a haul video, so I've given it enough time, but I just don't think it's working for me. But let's get started with the favorites. The first thing is a blush, and I've kind of taken a break from my Tom Ford Stroked, which I still do really love, but this one I want to say I got this last year, and I kind of forgot about it, but I reorganized my makeup collection, so I put a lot of items that I'm not using so frequently down below my makeup station, and then the immediate items I put right here to my right. Yeah, to my right. And I decided to keep this in my go-to makeup section, so I rediscovered it, and I do really like it, and I'm wearing it today. It's the Chanel, what are these called? Jouer, Contrast, whatever, 89 Canaille blush, and it looks like this. Now I think this might have been a limited edition. I'm not completely sure, but it's a beautiful coppery, almost a deep rose gold color with a good amount of shimmer. And I just really like it. I think it's a beautiful finish, and it gives me like the coppery, almost a copper brown look that I'm going for. So that's what it looks like on my hand. You see that? There we go. And yeah, I'm wearing it today, like I said, and I've just been really liking using it on a daily basis with a really light hand. That's the most important. When I first got it, I looked like a clown. It was really bad. The next item is my foundation that I've revisited because I've lightened up a little bit since I haven't been laying out or playing in the pool so much, and it's the Nars Sheer Glow foundation. It's just perfect. You shake it up, you know, no fuss, no muss. I'm in the color Tahoe, and it's a great medium buildable finish. I use my beauty blender, or I use my Sephora 56 airbrush brush, and I've been really liking it. I just put a little bit on my hand, and it's just, there's no guesswork. You don't have to work with it within 30 seconds or it dries, and yeah, it's really good. Love that. The next thing, let's do some eye stuff. So this one's a solid mascara. This is a solid, workable mascara. I'm actually wearing it today. And it's a good mascara. You know what I mean? You don't have to think about it. But this mascara is the Miss Manga Voluminous by L'Oreal. And it just works really well for me. I think it might be the brush too, since the brush is one of those flexi brushes. See what I mean? It just adds the volume. It's buildable. The length is pretty adequate. It doesn't really hit my eyelids. I have a horrible habit of doing that where I mess up my eyeshadow because I hit my eyelids with the mascara. It doesn't do that. And it's really black, and it just lasts. The only problem I have with this is flaking, but that's my fault because I play with my eyelashes when I watch TV, like Scandal or Pretty Little Liars, or any Real Housewives. But this is for like $8 compared to my Giorgio Armani, which I do love. Still trying to play with, like I said, the Dior Show Overcurl. This one, you just don't really have to do a lot of, I'm really about effortless right now because I've simplified my makeup. I want what I know works, and that just works. So I've been loving that. The next thing, I showed you guys in my haul the Laura Mercier Caviar sticks. And out of all of them, there are two that I have found that I'm reaching for quite frequently. And it's the Moonlight and Rose Gold, because these act, let me show you the swatch of them. These act almost as bases for my eyelids before I place my eyeshadow. They stay put. I actually did a swatch on my hand of another color, and it's not moving. So this one is Moonlight. No, this one's Rose Gold. And it's just really pretty. A little bit of that all over my lid after my primer potion sets, and then I can place any color I want. It just kind of amplifies it, or you can just leave it on as a base and it's just a shimmery finish. The next one is Moonlight, more of a deeper champagne. And that one is right there. And once they're on, like I said, but just really nice, solid bases if you just wanted to go as simple as a base or as a nice complement to an eyeshadow look. The next thing I showed you guys in my last haul video, and I have really been enjoying it. It's the LORAC Unzipped palette, and there are a few colors that I'm really enjoying so far. Let's see. Okay, so far I'm loving this one, which is Unattainable. I like this one, which is Uncensored, and this one, which is Unbelievable. So I'll swatch these for you. This is Unattainable. How gorgeous is that? This is where's my towel? Whatever. This is Uncensored, more of a deeper, this one has a little bit more gold in it. This one's a deeper brown. And then Unbelievable is a beautiful all over lid rose gold. But these three, with any matte shadow that you want to start with, or even the Caviar sticks, just really gives a beautiful finish. As you can see, very gorgeous. So let's just do this. Beautiful pigmentation, neutral for fall, great neutrals for winter. So I've really been loving the LORAC Unzipped palette with those particular colors, but I've played with all of them. It's just a really solid palette. It's a really solid palette. I like it. The next item is, I picked this up at Namies, and I have seen this item on Instagram. I would have never known where to get it, except for I was in LA last week, and I stopped by Namies, which is the world famous beauty depot for anyone in the beauty makeup world. It's where makeup artists get most of the items for their kit. They offer a deep discount for hair and makeup in the industry. So I stopped in and I found the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD High Def Concealer. This is really great. For me, I'm using it as a YSL Touche Éclat. I got the color in GC976 Pure Beige. And what it does for me, I did swatch a bunch, but I chose to get this as a lighter version because what it does for me under my eyes is it adds a brightening effect. Clearly it's, you know, it's lighter than my complexion. It's even lighter than my concealer. But what it does under my eyes is I just put a little bit right here in the center, in the corners, and I blend that out first after my moisturizer. Then I go with foundation, and then I go with my concealer. And it stays put, and it does not crease, and I find that it's got just enough of a yellow base to it that it doesn't, I just feel like my MAC under eye, the brightener, is way too yellow. It makes me look ashy. It makes me look sick, actually. And I find the Touche Éclat sometimes are too pink, and they end up looking really noticeable. This is up there with my Giorgio Armani Master Corrector, but I've been loving the creaminess of this and the ease of it. The next thing is another eyeshadow, and it's an oldie but a goodie, but like I said, in cleaning out my makeup stash and kind of deciding what was going to stay and what was going to go down below, I realized how much I like this eyeshadow, and it's MAC's Woodwinked. How great is this one? Looks like that. It's a really deep yet shimmery, what is this, a Volux Pearl. So of course you're going to get the shimmer factor. Hello. All over the lid. Easy as pie. Look how pretty that is. So beautiful. So easy to blend. You can use a fluffy brush. You don't even have to pack it on. It stays put if you put on your primer potion. And it just is a simple, like I said, simple, easy look. Love that. Really happy I threw it in my go-to stash. The next thing is a standout from the Marc Jacobs eyeliners that I like. That set that I got from Sephora. I like black, but during the day, if I don't want to do the brown, I want something a little deeper than that. This one has been the one I reached for the most. It's in the Marc Jacobs set, so it's a smaller version. And it's the Highliner, but it's in the color. What is this one? I don't think there's a name for it. It's just, I think the swatch is at the top. And it's a deep, deep blue. A navy blue. I'll put that right there. Almost looks black, right? And I'm actually wearing it today, but it's just kind of a departure from your deep dark blacks in the middle of the afternoon. So I've been really liking it. For staying power is fantastic. Staying power on the waterline, not so much. But this color on the lower rim of my eye has been beautiful. And it's not so deep, but it's not super light like a brown would be. And if I wanted to find my eyes, that's the color I've been reaching for the most. Next up is eyebrows, and okay, so this was purchased alongside another product that is actually, hint hint, in my unfavorite section, but the brush that I bought with it is a standout. This is the Sephora Pro Angled Liner number 22. Looks like that. Very, very thin. Whoops. Very thin. Fantastic for really getting into the angle of your arches, for defining when you're ready to draw your lines. But I use it with a different product, and I found myself to be most happy with the outcome. But this one is just a beautiful, it's synthetic, and once I got rid of the residue from said other product, this has been a standout performer for my go-to brow product. So I've been loving that. The next product is a complement to that brush. It's the Gimme Brow by Benefit, and I did haul this. I'm in medium deep. I really like this. I have some wayward brows that tend to stray throughout the day, and this adds staying power to my brows, but also adds a little bit more color to the sparse sections of my brows. So when I don't want to pack on a lot of a darker powder, this just adds almost a fibrous finish to my brows, which means adding a little bit more hair fiber, I guess. And you can't really see, but that's what it looks like. It's a very subtle finish, but it keeps your brows in place. I have like one brow down here that just wants to move, and it curls and it hangs, and this keeps it in place, I hope. Oh God. Yeah, it's in place. So I've been really liking this. You do have to be a little bit careful because it will hit skin and it stays put. So you might want to, when you apply it, if you make a mistake or you hit your skin, keep a Q-tip handy to wipe off the excess, because it does tend to move a little bit during application, but I've been really liking that this month. The next thing is a lipstick, and I have been playing with deeper colors and deeper nudes, and I did haul this last item, I think last month, or I think I just did a small haul video on it. It's the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in the color Hepburn Honey. You're never going to be able to see that, but it is Hepburn Honey, and it looks like this. And it's a beautiful, leaning on the side of a brown pink nude. For me, it's perfect. I'm actually wearing it today. And that's what that looks like. I put my Makeup Forever 1C lip liner on with a little bit of this, and it's the creamiest finish. It doesn't wash me out completely. You can use, it's a semi-satin finish. It's not completely glossy, and it's definitely not matte. So I put a lip gloss over top of it, and I've been loving it. And I'll do a swatch for you guys, just so you can see the pinkiness in it. And that's it right there. And I guess they say the best way to find out if it's going to look like, what it's going to look like on your lips, is to do a small swatch on your finger. So as you can see, that's what that looks like on my finger. But I like it, and it's creamy, and it lasts, and you know, it's just, it's like I said, I guess the theme of this video is what is easiest for me? What do I have to think about the least? And that has just been really easy to put on. So the next bits and baubles are skincare. Actually, I didn't even put a highlighter in this favorite, but I am wearing highlighter. You know the highlighters I like. If there's one that's earth-shattering, don't worry, I'll tell you. But the next group is skincare. I have done a complete tour of moisturizers in my skincare regime, and for makeup application, and then for nighttime usage. For daytime, I am finishing up the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizer. I used this back in high school. It's fine, but as far as priming the skin and making my skin feel moisturized to the point of drinking up the moisturizer, I did go back to my Embryolisse Cream, Conceal, blah, 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 whatever. It's the Nourishing Moisturizer by Embryolisse. It looks like that. If you remember a while back, I did do a video about this, and I love it. Makeup artists love using this before makeup application. It provides an even, smooth, workable, slippy canvas, and it does moisturize like crazy. It's $28 mostly. I found it at Skincare RX. Where else? Derm Store, and I think the Skin Store. But I got this at Namie's. They had it. They highly recommend it for makeup application, and I do really love it. I'm so glad I'm back to it. The next item is my bedtime moisturizer that I went back to because I loved it. And I had it in the Discovery Kit by Colleen Rothschild, and I went ahead and bit the bullet and I got the full size. So it's the Extreme Recovery Cream by Colleen Rothschild. This stuff means business. It is, how big is this? 1.7 fluid ounces, big tub. I only use this at night, and you'll see why. It is thick, guys. Like, crazy, crazy thick. Like, thick. But that's how I roll at night. And you put this on before you go to bed, and it provides the most nutrient-rich, moisturizing treatment that you'll ever have. Like, and it doesn't clog my pores, but I'll find myself rubbing my face over and over throughout the morning before I put on my makeup. It is just so, you see that? Like, just so moisturizing and forgiving, and your skin just loves you for it. So this retails for, I want to say 60 or 70, but you can find a coupon code. I'm sure you can. Love this. So happy I have this back, especially when the winter months are coming. And now on to my not so favorite. And I'm really surprised because everyone seemed to love this. I don't know if this is it's not so much about performance, it's more about access with this product. I just can't seem to get it to apply correctly. And I'm doing everything proactive for this, but it's not working for me. It's the Anastasia Dip Brow. Looks like that. And this was in the medium brown. It's the pomade. So it looks like that. And as you can see, let me just show you. So as you can see, there are dip marks. These are the stroke marks from my brush, right? The problem is if I dip, let's try it. If I dip my brush in a new section of product, let's just say, let's go in this little corner right here. Onto this brush, I get a clean, dark line of product, right? And I can finish off my makeup application or my eyebrow application. Totally fine. Staying power is good. I can work with it. Here's the problem. If I dip into a kind of already exposed portion of the product, so like right here in the middle, with the same effort, with the same force that I did before, nothing happens. Like, it's just not nearly as pigmented, which leads me to believe that it's drying out. And I put the cap on really, really tight. And upon looking at it, I'm like, gosh, it just looks so dry. And then if I went to the corner where I haven't touched yet, it was like a new product. So I'm not willing to spend that extra time dipping where it's new. Or the other day, I just was like digging to get some product on. But then what you get is this brush that looks like that. Splayed out, thick, gunky. I was really disappointed because I thought I would dip and then I would start to apply, and I'm like, I'm not seeing anything. And then I would try again and I would try again, and it just was not working. So I was led to believe that it was going to be deep pigmented all the way through. And what's actually happening is I didn't even have this opened for 3 weeks before this happened. So I put the cap on tight, I put it airtight in a container, I kept it out of direct sunlight. I don't know what the problem is, but it's not worth it for me to keep trying. So that went away in the vault. So that's everything in my October favorites. I hope you guys had a great Halloween. I hope you're enjoying the vlogs that I'm doing. They're fun to do, and Stella's used to the camera because we take pictures of her all day, so it doesn't really seem to bother her. But thank you guys for the positive feedback. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And follow me on Instagram. I'm TheVonda83. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!